What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiana and I'm back with another video. So today's video, I really wanted to talk about being spiritually fed. I was at work, bored, and I was like, you know what? I gotta do this video today. I was gonna upload another video for this week, but hopefully my husband will edit this video for this week instead of the other one. But speaking of being spiritually fed, Kiana made a little stop to sprinkles. This is probably the last thing I need, but yes, I just wanted to show off my sprinkles in this video. Fun fact, I used to work for Sprinkles. For today's cupcakes, I have their new Reese's and the strawberry champagne. Now the Reese's is only for like this week, and it's like in honor of like Halloween and stuff coming up. And then their strawberry and champagne is actually in honor of breast cancer. So yeah, I've never had either of these. Why not try it on camera? Y'all look at this. Look at this. I know y'all love you some Reese's. I'm gonna try it right now. This is pretty good. Pretty good. It's a chocolate cake with a peanut butter frosting and a chocolate ganache topped with Reese's cups. Yeah, I feel like I still work there. But yeah, guys, try it out. It's here for the week. I think this week and then like next week is like Nerds. Not really a fan of Nerds, but I think the following week is Twix. So try it out. I'm probably gonna eat the strawberry cupcake like tomorrow, so that'll be off camera. But also they gave me a buy one get one free. Like, I don't know why they would do that. Like, that's dangerous. So anyway, let's get into the video. But in all seriousness, are you being spiritually fed? Like, are you actually getting something out of church? Or are you going to church for the right reasons? That is what I want to talk about today. I just want to talk through my thoughts on that, my experience on that, and hopefully I can help you, anyone out there who may be confused, who may be asking themselves the same thing, who maybe needs a little bit encouragement to just trust themselves and trust God. You know, if you're listening to God, you know, if you're hearing God, why not listen? You know, like, as simple as that, just listen. As I mentioned in my previous video on how I became a Christian, if you have not seen the video, please go check it out. I tell you basically the whole story of how I became a Christian, and just basically my testimony. So in that video, I basically mentioned how being spiritually fed. In that video, I basically mentioned how being spiritually fed is one of the main reasons why I left the Catholic Church. At that time in my life, I had been going to church, trying to get my life together, but I mean, I was basically having one huge ADD moment. I left church and I really just couldn't remember anything that happened there. So at the time, I was actually hanging out with a good friend of mine named Isaiah, and we became pretty close, and he was actually playing for a church, and he actually invited me to the church. And I had been to Christian churches and all kinds of different churches in the past, but I, you know, was at a different point in my life, so I really wasn't looking for anything. So when I visited Isaiah's church, God actually spoke to me. Have you ever like been to church and you felt like the message was tailor-made to whatever you were going through? Like, that was me every Sunday, all right? And honestly, it sparked one big confusion for me. So I had Catholicism, this religion that I've known my entire life. You know, my mom has enforced in me since I was a baby. And then I had Christianity, something that I was really starting to see beauty in, something that I was feeling like I could hear God from, something that I could relate to and wanted my life to resemble. And so I was just stuck. And mainly because from what I knew of Catholicism, well, from what my mom told me, is that, you know, it's the first religion and all the other churches, you know, they branched off of it. Catholicism is the right one and the only way to go. I even felt a little bouginess about it, you know what I'm saying? Feeling like, you know, well, all of your religions are fake and Catholicism rules, all right? So yeah. No, after, you know, a lot of conversation with my friends, I had to really evaluate my inner self. I had to really evaluate my fears, what was holding me back, all of that stuff. Basically, the conclusion that I came to was I put too much weight into what my mom thought. And this is not like pointing a finger at my mom, but to parents in general, it can be a very difficult point in your life when you are becoming an adult and your parent is now the parent of a 23 3-year-old or whatever. That transition is just a little bit weird. As a child, you look up to your parent as like the highest power, the top, the whatever. My parent is right, my mom is right, yours is wrong. But as a Christian, you know, when we have kids, our job is to teach them about God. First and foremost, teach them about God, teach them, you know, of his importance, what he's all about, his love, all of that stuff. Because one day as parents, you're going to have to send them out off into God's hands, you know, and let God be their parent, you know what I'm saying? Their ultimate highest parent. And that child can now look at God as the ultimate highest power and no longer their parent. You know that saying, you know, people, you can't always listen to what people say, you know, people say anything. For some reason, for me, I always felt like, oh, they're probably just talking about like a friend or maybe like a cousin. No, like it never rang a bell to me that it could be my own mother or it could be my own father, like someone that close to me. So it was really, really hard to get over that basically and trust my mind, you know, trust God and really realize that my parent is just an imperfect human at the end of the day. So yeah, so it was honestly really, really scary, especially knowing all about Catholicism, knowing, you know, all of its rules and stuff like that. And so leaving that religion and going ahead and claiming another, it would mean I would completely, you know, be against all of the rules that Catholicism has. And that was just completely scary to me. You know, the thought that what if I'm wrong? What if this religion is actually right? You know, and I'm just messing up here. So that caused a whole lot. But no, I just had to trust my heart. I had to trust God. God was speaking to me through these words that I was hearing at church. I stepped off the cliff and risked it all there. But yeah, honestly, it is one of the best decisions I ever made. You know, putting myself in a place that I could be spiritually fed, that's gonna connect myself to God. Whereas I'm in this religion that my mom says is right, you know what I'm saying? Forget all of that. Don't stay in a religion that is not helping you, is not growing you. I don't care if it's your brother, I don't care if it's your grandma. Don't care about any of that. Trust yourself. Trust that God is actually calling you. Trust that God is actually talking to you. It is inevitable that we're gonna grow up and become adults, have our own experiences, have our own thoughts about things. It's what's supposed to happen. And our parents are gonna be hoping and praying that whatever they instilled in us is going to stay. But sometimes it doesn't, you know, sometimes it does, you know, sometimes it's a little off and sometimes it's just like way out of there. But as a parent, you just gotta be able to pray for your child, support them. If they have a relationship with God, that is the most important thing. If they're trying to live their life as best as they can, according to God's word, that is so important. It's way bigger than a religion. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to share that with you guys because it is something that I went through and it's just, you know, was a big thing. I really hope that I helped any of you out there. I hope that you could find what I'm saying encouraging and do you, basically. I mean, do God. I mean, that sounds a little weird. Trust yourself, guys. What is for somebody may not be for somebody else, and that's okay. And it can be scary, you know, to jump off into something that you've never experienced before, know nothing about. Your whole family is doing one thing and you're just the oddball out. It is okay. It is okay. As long as God's behind it, it is perfectly okay. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Comment, you know, let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, share. Never mentioned that one before. Maybe share this video. I don't know. But yeah, I love you guys and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.